Hello again, Gregg Bell, the News-Tribune here in Nashville, Music City. Merry Christmas to you. Sure is a Merry Christmas for the Seahawks. They gifted themselves a second consecutive comeback win, and Geno Smith did exactly what Drew Lock had done 6 days earlier. Take their team down the field, game-winning drive, 57 seconds. Let's go into that game-winning drive. Geno Smith coming off a groin injury that caused him to miss the Eagles game Monday night. This Seahawks team was playing a Titans defense that was missing 7 starters, yet they didn't have a touchdown until into the fourth quarter. Then Smith finds one-on-one DK Metcalf out left, a touchdown on a brilliant catch, ball stuck in the nook of one arm while the defensive back was pulling Metcalf's other arm, and then Metcalf drags his toe in, and the Seahawks have their first lead. Then on the very first play after that drive, 12 minutes left, Bobby Wagner has a sack, and it seems like the Seahawks are taking control of the game. And then the defense allows the Titans to come down and score the go-ahead touchdown. Penalties on the drive, missed tackles, an inexplicable Artie Burns personal foul after Draymond Jones had forced what would have been a 3rd and 4 at the 5-yard line. Just gave away that drive, and the Titans took the lead 17-13. 3 minutes left. Geno Smith gets the ball back down 4 with 2 timeouts. 3rd down completion to Tyler Lockett. Let's talk about pass protection on that final drive. The 3rd down completion for 18 yards to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Evan Brown, the center. We talk about offensive linemen often when they're called for holding penalties or giving up sacks. Evan Brown, the center, obliterated the defensive tackle on a stun, an X-stun inside, put him on his back. I talked to him after the game, and he kind of laughed it off and said, well, he tripped over somebody's foot, and I took advantage of him losing his balance. Fact was, that block allowed Geno Smith the time to wait for Smith and Jigba to break free over the middle in zone coverage to get the 18-yard first down across midfield, and here go the Seahawks. Next completion for Smith was to Lockett, and it only happened because Zach Charbonnet, the running back, Charbonnet put a defender, a blitzing safety, stonewalled him when he was coming in on a beeline blitz up the middle. He could have gotten to Smith and ruined the drive. Instead, Charbonnet picked up the blitzer, another completion on a great pass protection, and a Seahawks team that had given up some early sacks was giving Smith time to do what he did on the final drive. DK Metcalf was on the sidelines for 2 plays. I had my binoculars on him, couldn't really believe what I was seeing on that final drive. And then the 3rd play after the 2 plays off, I said, well, Smith's going to him no matter what. On the play, the pass interference to the 5-yard line where the Titans defender had no choice but to pull on Metcalf, or it would have been a touchdown. Smith saw that that was going to be a 0 blitz, no safeties in the middle of the field, so he changed the play to max protection. He really only had 1 or maybe 2 max options to throw to on that play because he had max protection called on the audible. Everyone on the Seahawks team amid the noise picked up the audible, as the pros they should. Metcalf gets the one-on-one coverage with no safety in the middle. That's why the defensive back had to pull him down at the 5-yard line, or it would have been a touchdown. But yeah, Smith said he was definitely going to Metcalf on that play. And then the touchdown pass. They have run that play in practice since July. I mean, I have seen it time and time again. The 6'7" Colby Parkinson out wide, one-on-one with a defensive back. They got the 5'11" Trey Avery, the same guy that had to pull down Metcalf. I wonder what he did for this Christmas time, because he had 2 lumps of coal, one-on-one with no safety help against Metcalf having to pull him down, and then one-on-one with a 6'7" Colby Parkinson. Trey Avery for Tennessee, the defensive back, is 5'11", giving up 8 inches. Still, Smith's throw was low enough where Avery had a play on it on the touchdown pass, the winning one. But Parkinson, you talk about just wanting the ball. He just wanted the damn ball and refused to let Avery break it up. The strong hands, man catch in the end zone, touchdown. Parkinson gets in the booming locker room after the game, said, yeah, I've been waiting quite a long time for that play in that situation, and that they got the coverage exactly what they needed. So Smith does what Locke did on Monday in 2 rallies. Where are the Seahawks now? Suddenly they control their own playoff fate. They hold the 7th seed because Minnesota lost to Detroit. The Seahawks needed either the Rams or the Vikings to lose and the Seahawks to win out in order to make the playoffs. And right now, the Seahawks have the 7th and final playoff spot. They could get the 6th if the Rams lose one of their final 2 games. The Rams play at the Giants and at the 49ers the next 2 games to finish the regular season. Seahawks on New Year's Eve at Lumen Field against the Steelers, who are 8-7, and then at the 3-11 Arizona Cardinals to finish the year. the resolve this team has shown the last 2 weeks, Pete Carroll said, is a product of the 4-game gauntlet this team went through: 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, and Eagles. The payoff is now here. And Tyler Lockett mentioned how maybe it's kind of hard to realize that you're improving while you're losing, but that the coaches kept telling the team, you're improving. You're getting better for the end of the season. And they got through it, at least with that one win against the Eagles. That's going to give them a chance to be in the playoffs. This team's not dull, you can say that. Another eventful, wild finish here in Nashville today. I got to go catch a flight and hopefully get home before Santa gets to Seattle. All my coverage is at theNewstribune.com, on Twitter at GBellSeattle, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. Kiss the ones you love if you're so fortunate to be with them. Thanks for watching.